beats out all of the other serums in my collection. Tips, you're like, oh my gosh, my skin feels different. Could it be? Can it be? This is for sure, without a doubt, my favorite product from by Wishtrend. Hey guys, it's Sue here. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have prepared my favorite serums of all times. And yes, this was very hard to narrow down. It gave me a lot of anxiety because it was so hot. But anyways, I do have great serum recommendations for all skin types. And there's a lot to go through. So let's get started right away. Oh, actually, before we get started, let me know what is your ultimate, like, die hard holy grail serum so I can check it out. Without further ado, let's get this video started. Starting out with serums for my oily skin folks. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to have such oily skin back in the days, like the good old days when everything was, when I was young and everything was uplifted and nothing was sagging. These are products with a lot of hydration and barely any oily or fat content. And so this is also great if you have dehydrated skin. First, starting off with the Wellage Real Hyaluronic Blue Ampoule 100. Woo! Oh my gosh, I used to be so obsessed with this ampoule, and I still am, don't get me wrong, but this is something that I do like to use during the summer times because it's hella cold right now. So I gotta work it with a lot of products with a high levels of fat content. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know why I spoke like that, but anyways. So Wellage became really popular for the one-day kits where you have the hyaluronic acid ball and the essence and you mix it together and you get this beautiful formulation of hydration. But because it did cause a lot of trash because it was like one-time use, they decided to come out with this beautiful ampoule version. And it's 100 ml. Yes. It's just puro hydration in a bottle. This is just going to, this just feels like taking a really nice bottle of water, like drinking a nice bottle of water for your skin, like feeling so refreshed. You know that feeling afterwards, like when you work out and you need a little bit of water? It just feels that refreshing. That was weird. Even for me, even for myself. This not only contains 8 different types of hyaluronic acid, which is a great humectant, which means that it's going to retain the moisture. And that's why I do recommend using it for the summer times, because in the winter, it might actually dry your skin out more since there's no humidity or moisture or water in the air. And it also contains amino acids synthesized into liposomes, which means that they basically packed these amino acids into little balls so that they're delivered more safely and efficiently, and these actives can work on our skin better. The formula is really light, actually. It almost passes for an essence, but it's more compact. It's not like World's Essence where it's just purified water. This is very compact, very concentrated hydration. And so if you have oily skin, mama, you are going to love the ass out of this. This is just going to, especially if you have dehydrated but oily skin, this is just going to quench your skin's thirst. There's no tackiness to it. There's no feelings of greasiness. It does not leave a greasy film on top either for the finish. Yeah, this is definitely one of my absolute faves. Mwah. Next product we have for oily skin. This is such a classic. I bring you guys the Innisfree Green Tea Seed Serum. I brought this not only for, of course, nostalgic reasons, but this is actually a really great product with awesome quality. I remember back in those days when I had oily skin, I used to love using the serum so much, and I felt like this just added perfectly to the water contents on my skin, so it will balance everything out, so my skin will feel less greasy and oily. Y'all know by now, if you have oily skin, you really do need to focus on hydrating your skin, right? This is perfect for that. And props to Innisfree. I think they are the ones that really caused the whole green tea boom. We all know that green tea is such a great ingredient with great antioxidant, great anti-inflammatory properties, etc. And almost every skincare brand has a green tea line. I think it's due to Innisfree and due to how well they educated us consumers so that other skincare brands can just go ahead and make their own green tea line. This likewise is very light, but it has a bit of body to it, so it's not completely watery as the Wellage one. But when you spread it out, it's just, once again, pura hydration. And you can definitely feel that, the gel consistency to it. but it spreads down really, really thinly and it gets absorbed really well. It's lightweight, fast absorbing, greasy free, oily free, suitable to use during the day and the night. It's really truly an all-around serum, and I think even if you have dry skin, perhaps during the summer times, this would be a great product to work with. It's not a miracle worker, but it's a basic hard worker that's just going to get the basics down for your skin. Once again, hydration is very, very important regardless of what skin type you have, right? Of course, because this is a green tea product, it contains green tea ingredients, but one thing I've noticed, they recently did a whole upgrade with it and they replaced water with green tea extract. So I just want to say, a great, applause. Yay for Innisfree, because obviously it's more costly to put in extract water as the first ingredient instead of just purified water, because it takes more work. You're putting in additional benefits, and that's why I applaud them so much. I love Innisfree so much. Guys, should I do a best of Innisfree, like an updated version? Like, come on, let's show Innisfree some love. Now, the only downside to this product is its scent. Very overpowering scent. It's like to a point where it's too strong. So I wish they'd just get rid of it, or I just wish they would kind of make it, tone it down a bit. Next, I have Awesome Rex for all skin types. These two serums are ones that anyone can use. And first, I have this beautiful serum from Rovectin. This is the Skin Essentials Aqua Activating Serum. This is such an underrated product from Rovectin. Like, I know Rovectin has like the star products, and I feel like no one really talks about this. I'm just like, why? This is such an awesome serum. To be fair, I never mentioned this myself either, but I've always had it. I've always used it. I just think I never had the opportunity to introduce this to you guys, but finally, now it is the time. Basically, this is a nice hydrating serum and it has a lot more body to it. So you can see it's not as runny as the first two serums that I shared with you guys, but it feels more encapsulated because of its gel texture. But once you spread it out, it's like getting these bursts of hydration, like pow, pow, and it just melts into your skin. This does not leave a greasy film. This does not make your skin feel sticky afterwards. No tackiness, no greasiness. I said that already. And as for the ingredients, this of course not only contains hyaluronic acid, but also niacinamide, peptide, trehalose, but all of these great ingredients to really nourish and hydrate your skin. And of course, the best thing about Rovectin is they're vegan, cruelty-free. So they're really one of the few brands that I recommend to extremely sensitive skin as well. So make sure to check this out. Ow! Next serum is, must I say more? It is the Innisfree Retinol Cica Repair Ampoule. Mwah! I'm done. Like, that's my explanation. That's all I needed to say, the product name, and I'm done. This is Innisfree's latest hit. It's a retinol product. Retinol is like hot in Korea right now. Everyone's coming up with a retinol product. Going a little crazy, but this has got to be my favorite one just because it's so gentle. This only contains 0.01%, so it's great if you're starting out or if you do have particularly sensitive skin. It also contains Cica, metacasosite, to help calm it down. And they've also incorporated the liposome technology once again here, so they're able to protect all of the great actives into a nice little sack of bowl and make sure everything's transferred and delivered efficiently onto your skin so that they get their job done. So great technology incorporated, and I do recommend it for all skin types because the formula isn't too thick or heavy nor too light. I've been using this for the latter half of last year, 2021, so during the autumn and winter, and not once did this give me dehydration, any feelings of tightness, pulling. So once you pump it out, it's actually a pretty light formula and it just melts down like butter. It actually is really, really hydrating as well. And I feel like this formula has a really, really good balance of like water and fat content. Like, it's got that perfect balance, and that's why it didn't give me any dehydration. But I don't think this feels particularly heavy. So even if you have oily skin, I think you'll be able to get away with this. This serum makes my skin so smooth. Y'all know retinol is a great ingredient to actually, I feel like it's like one of those ingredients where it can actually give you a chemical peel without burning your skin off, really. As you use this, you'll feel that your texture becomes really, really smooth. It becomes really plump. It becomes really nourished. And you will feel a difference as you doing your skincare with the ends of your fingertips. You're like, oh my gosh, my skin feels different. Could it be? Can it be? And this is also my SOS product for whenever my skin's feeling dull and tired, which is nowadays. So I have been going back in with this serum and it's been working awesome. Moving on to recommendations for my dry skin, folks. And because I do have dry skin personally, well, combo, I have a very oily T-zone and very, very dry cheek areas. So I'm a little biased. So that's why I have more recommendations for my skin dry what? I have the NUMBUZIN number 3 serum, the Voodoo Repair Serum. They have a different English name, but I forgot it. Last year, I got to really explore with a lot of NUMBUZIN products, and I got to say this is my favorite product from their collection. This is super popular, super hyped up in Korea, and I ain't disagreeing. This is such an awesome bottle. This feels like a luxurious treat for your skin, you know? This also makes your skin hella smooth, but in a different way to the retinol product. This feels like it's kind of giving you that nice peel without, you know, burning your skin once again. This one feels like it's layering that nice, nourishing, luxurious glow on top. And this is a product that contains all of those great fermented ingredients, including galactomyces and bifida. As a matter of fact, it has 42% of bifida and 24% of galactomyces, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not sure how it is now. It might be different, but this product used to be the only product in the market that contained both galactomyces and bifida. It's usually a product has only either one, but this has both, and they really, really prided themselves in that. Formula of this, it does have a body starting at first, but it blends out really thinly. And so I was actually debating to put this for the Rex for all skin types, but I felt like this might be a tad bit heavy if you have oily skin type. I'm not saying this is greasy, but it's very, very nourishing and it's very hydrating as well. So I feel like this would be a better fit if you do have more of a combo, dry, dehydrated skin. Yes. So here I have the Skinnlab Vitamin C Brightening Serum. This is also a serum that I don't show enough love, my Chanel, but I do use it a lot more often offline, I guess. Offline, that's weird. In real life. No, YouTube is real life, but you guys know what I mean. I've mentioned this before, but Skinnlab is so underrated. Skinnlab has awesome, great products. I especially love their Skin Barrier Derm Cream. It's such a delicious cream. This is their vitamin C product. So it has 50% of vitamin C complex. So it not only has 3,0-ascorbic acid, which is a derivative of vitamin C. It's a lot more stable. Not only that, it contains hyaluronic acid, Retinol, and also collagen. So it's packed with lots of great ingredients. Now, the reason why I do recommend this for my drier followers out there is because I've noticed that the formula, although at first it seems like it's a watery type, it kind of leaves a greasy, oily film afterwards. So it's not an unpleasant one, but you know what? This actually, the formula reminds me a lot of the Wishtrend 50% polyphenols, which I'm going to talk about later. But likewise, it starts out as a very water hydrating serum, but as you're blending it out, you can definitely feel that greasy film forming on top of your skin. I personally love that film because I have dry skin type. But yeah, if you have oily skin, you're not gonna like this, I feel like. And this is just a great product if you want to start out your first vitamin C product and you don't know, which product to use. I think this is a great beginner's product. So definitely check this out. Next up, like I showed you guys, I do have the Wishtrend Polyphenols and Propolis 15% Ampoule. This was definitely one of my greatest finds last year. I'm so happy. And thank you to those who recommended this to me, by the way. This is for sure, without a doubt, my favorite product from by Wishtrend. And that's saying a lot because they have a lot of great products. This is a beautiful, oh my gosh, please by Wishtrend release 100 ml version. Seriously, I would promote it so hard for you guys if you just make that happen. But the reason why I love this is, of course, once again, the formulation is, I've described this as having that melted sugar formula before. Also leaves a nice film over your skin, but it's not tacky though, I will say that. Love how it feels. It really does feel like it's quenching my skin's thirst properly. Not with just water, but water blended with, I don't know, avocado oil. That sounds disgusting, but you guys know what I mean. Also love the ingredient list. I love how it doesn't start off with just purified water as a first ingredient. It actually contains 59% of Osungcho or H. cordata extract, which is really rich in polyphenols. It's great for inflammation. It's also antibacterial. So it's a great ingredient. It also has propolis. So it's great if you also have acne prone skin. If you do have oily skin, I do advise using a very small amount and just thinning that out. But on the whole, I do recommend this if you have more dry skin type. Oh, P.S. This does have a scent. I'm pretty sure it's not fragrance, but it has that kind of sweet medicine-y scent to it. I don't mind it because it's not overwhelming, but it's still there. Next product I have here is the Missha Bipolar Renew Ampular. And I gotta say, damn! You know what I just realized? This has been in my active collection, meaning like products that I actively use for a very long time. I think maybe 2-3 years. Wow, that beats out all of the other serums in my collection. And the reason is because this has such a unique formulation. This is the ultimate gooey, sticky, tacky serum you'll ever find. So just to illustrate a picture for you guys, if we have a spectrum of very light serums and heavy serums, these two will be at the very ends. Very polar, you know? So this is definitely not everyone's cup of tea. And I also prefer using this at night. But the serum just does such a great job in giving you that glowing layer, and it feels so delish. Once again, it's sticky and tacky and gooey, but I love it. You'll see it's got a very droopy, like a snot snail. You know, like snail formulas, they have this gloopiness, and it's so heavy. It's very compact, very occlusive, and it will seal all that hydration up for you. And so this is highly recommended if you have extremely dry skin and you just need something to really get that job done for you. It does contain bee pollen extract. As a matter of fact, it was 42% of bee pollen. That was my cheat sheet right there. Basically, bee pollen is made by honeybees, and it's composed of their saliva, honey, and pollen. Basically, this is what they use to feed the younger honeybees and also to build the house. It's like kind of like an all-in-one material for honeybees, and that's why it's packed with nutrients, proteins, minerals, vitamins, everything. So it's a great ingredient for the skin as well. Next up, we have this huge ass ampoule from Ampoule, and this is their VC shot ampoule. Guys, Ampoule is also really underrated. They have awesome ampoules, so make sure to check them out. And I love how they have big size ampoules. This is also 100 ml. And I specifically brought the VC shot because not only do I love the rich formula, but I also have actually seen brightening effects with this, and that's why I brought it. It doesn't use L-ascorbic acid, it uses a derivative. It also contains these little crystals inside, and these crystals contain the vitamin C derivative. So once you melt it in, and it will release all that vitamin C benefits. Oh, P.S. These crystals do melt very easily. You guys know I have a sense of cheek areas, and sometimes capsules do feel a bit rough on my skin, but this one, I don't have that problem at all. This serum also has quite a body to it, and it looks very viscous. And once you spread it out, it also kind of leaves that greasy film on top. I do remember I did enjoy using it when I have more combo skin than now, but I feel like if you have oily skin, this might be a little heavy. Yes. Apart from the vitamin C, this also contains glycerin, butylene glycol, propanediol, yay, niacinamide, arbutin. So it's filled with a lot of great ingredients that's also going to brighten up your complexion other than the vitamin C derivative. So I love this. Last but definitely not least, I have the My Cell Rejuvenation 10% Niacinamide Boosting Ampoule. This may be my favorite niacinamide ampoule ever. Like its name, it contains 10% of niacinamide, and P.S. I just want to point out that they changed the packaging. They used to have a dropper, which, to be honest, wasn't the most efficient, but they changed it to a pump type, which is excellent. Like its name, it contains 10% niacinamide, so it's going to do a really good job in brightening your complexion. And I've actually seen great effects, great brightening effects using this serum. And the reason why I recommend it to more drier skin types is because it does have more viscous formulation to it. It doesn't leave that greasy film afterwards, but it does feel a lot more heavier than your regular serums. So bear that in mind. So if you guys are looking for a great serum that's going to nourish and brighten up your skin complexion without leaving a greasy film afterwards, I highly recommend this. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks for hanging out with me for this very long video. I did try to make the explanations a little bit more simple. This video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in my next. Ciao! I need coffee. Make me feel alive.